BuzzTweet Radio does not own copyright for this copyrighted material, but under Section 107 United States Copyright Law, as noted by the United States Copyright Office, Copyright Act 1976, this video and the music it contains is for entertainment purposes only. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl, B Sparrow, BuzzTweet Radio, with another Evangelical article. This time it includes FranklinGraham. This article is taken from the Christian Post, and it reads, FranklinGraham warns socialist left will close the church down. The storm is coming. Prominent evangelical leader FranklinGraham says that the Democratic Party is opposed to faith and warns that the left will close the church down in many places should the United States fall into the embrace of socialism. Graham, the president of Samaritan's Purse and the son of famed evangelist Billy Graham, sat down with CBN News correspondent David Brody last Friday to discuss the Democratic and Republican conventions that took place over the past 2 weeks. He also discussed his upcoming Washington prayer march that will take place at the end of September in Washington, D.C. The Democrats, if anything, they are opposed to faith, Graham asserted after being asked to compare the contrast in major parties' position on faith. The Democrats have taken God pretty much out of government, he added later, stating that the changes that the left want to make and take us into socialism is going to affect the church. The government will begin to tell the church how it can be the church, and they'll close the church down in many places, Graham warned. We see right now, because of COVID, the government trying to tell the church that they cannot meet, and the Constitution gives us that freedom to do that. But because of COVID, they said we can't meet. The 68-year-old praised President Donald Trump as being someone who wants to see more of God here in Washington. The outspoken evangelist assured that there are millions of Democrats who are wonderful people, and stated that his father was a lifelong Democrat who never switched parties. He argued that his dad saw the party that he grew up in changing and moving to the left. That's what it's done, Graham contended. The Democratic Party today is a party of the left. It's a socialist party that wants socialism for this country. Considering that some believe Trump was anointed by the presidency by God, Graham was asked what it would mean if the Democrats win on November 3rd. I think God brought him here for this season, for these years, Graham explained. I am just asking that God will spare this country for another 4 years to give us a little bit more time to do the work before the storm hits. I believe the storm is coming. You are going to see Christians attacked. You are going to see churches closed, and you are going to see a real hatred expressed towards people of faith. That is coming, Graham continued. Jesus told us, he said, you will be hated by all people because of me. And if we are going to stand for the name of Christ, the world will hate us. Graham had previously spoken about the absence of God at the Democratic National Convention in a Facebook post. Shortly after Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden announced Senator Kamala Harris, Democrat from California, as his running mate, Graham called the most pro-abortion presidential ticket in the history of our nation a source of great concern to all Christians. This is not the first time that Graham has issued dire warnings about socialism taking hold in the U.S. Earlier this year, Graham took to Twitter to warn about all-out socialism taking hold in the U.S. if Americans did not vote for leaders who love this country, defend the Constitution, and support law and order in upcoming elections. Graham told to Brody that the only hope for this country is God. Donald Trump can't turn it around, Graham stressed. Biden isn't going to turn it around. Only God can do this, and we need God's help. Graham's daughter, Sissy Graham Lynch, made similar warnings during a speech at the Republican National Convention last week, asserting that the Democratic Party has no room for people of faith. They will force the choice between being obedient to God or to Caesar, she warned. The radical left's God is government power. Graham's niece, Jerusha Duford, an evangelical author, speaker, and member of the new Trump Republican group Lincoln Project, accused evangelicals who support Trump of failing the gospel in a USA Today co-op last week. I have spent my entire life in the church, with every big decision guided by my faith, but now I feel homeless. Like so many others, I feel disoriented as I watch the church I have always served turn their eyes away from everything it teaches, Duford wrote. I hear from Christian women on a daily basis who all describe the same thing, a tug at their spirits. I feel it every time our president talks about government housing having no place in America's suburbs, she added. Jesus said repeatedly to defend the poor and show kindness and compassion to those in need. Our president continues to perpetuate the narrative, yet almost all of our church's leaders say nothing. Let me say what I have to say about this. First of all, when Jesus said that you would be hated all over the world because of him, he was not talking about no evangelical Christian. He was talking about the people that were dispersed to the four corners of this earth. What people do you know of was dispersed to the four corners of this earth? What people in the whole wide world do you know of that is hated the most? One thing I do agree with him, secondly, is that Donald Trump is not going to fix this world. Joe Biden is not going to fix this world. Mike Pence, Kamala Harris, only the Most High Yah, Yeshua HaMashiach, only the Most High Yah and Yeshua HaMashiach will save this world. Only. No one else. Also, it will not be the Democrats that's going to shut the church down. It's going to be Yeshua HaMashiach himself, because of your false doctrine. The church's false doctrine. Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus, is not the head of these churches across America. 95% of these churches are under a 501c3 grant. So therefore, Yeshua HaMashiach is not the head of your church, but that grant is, that 501c3 grant is. It's your girl, B Sparrow, coming to you once again with another article on evangelical Christian buffoonery. Tell me what y'all think about this. Comment, like, subscribe, but not necessarily in that order. It's your girl, B Sparrow. BuzzSweet Radio, holla.